Trump just landed in China. Elon Musk, Tim Cook, and Jensen Huang are with him. And the entire world is watching because what happens in the next 48 hours could change your gas prices, your job, and the future of Taiwan. Trump brought a roster of the most powerful CEOs in America. Nvidia's Jensen Huang, Boeing's Kelly Ortberg, and GE Aerospace's Larry Culp are on the guest list, alongside Apple's Tim Cook, BlackRock's Larry Fink, and Goldman Sachs' David Solomon. Trump wants investment pledges and business deals that ease tensions in a relationship that's grown dangerously strained. Trump's goal is a splashy announcement: a list of Chinese commitments to buy American farm goods, jetliners, and energy. But analysts say China's goals are far bigger and longer term. Beijing wants strategic questions answered, ones that will shape all of 21st century Asia. As one China expert put it, China needs to talk about trade less than the US does. They already proved they know how to fight a trade war. The Iran war hangs over everything. China buys roughly 90% of Iran's exported oil and gets about 60% of its own oil supply through the Strait of Hormuz, now blocked for 74 days. Trump said she has been very nice about it. But China has given no public indication it wants to help reopen the strait, and just days before the summit, ordered its firms to ignore U.S. sanctions on Iranian crude. Taiwan is the issue everyone in Washington is watching most carefully. She wants the U.S. to stop selling weapons to Taiwan. When asked Monday directly, Trump said, "I'm going to have that discussion with President Xi. President Xi would like us not to." That single sentence alarmed U.S. allies from Tokyo to Taipei to Brussels. Every subtle change in wording will be analyzed for hours. In a striking juxtaposition, as Trump's plane flew toward Beijing, the U.S. and Japan fired a Tomahawk missile from a Philippines launcher and Japanese ship sinking Type 88 missiles, the first time both had been fired in live drills from the Philippines. China's foreign ministry called Japan's rearmament a gray rhino charging towards peace and order. The same week as the summit, Taiwan's legislature approved $25 billion in special funding to buy weapons, after months of deadlock. Many in Washington are pressing the White House to accelerate arms deliveries to Taiwan before any deal with Xi changes the equation. The question is whether Trump arrives in Beijing, willing to put Taiwan on the bargaining table. China enters this summit with extraordinary confidence. In 2025, when Trump hit China with tariffs past 140%, Xi restricted rare earth flows, and Trump backed down. Since then, China has continued throttling rare earth and magnet supplies while expanding its sanctions arsenal. One senior analyst said bluntly, "The meeting most likely will solidify the advantages China has gained over the past year." For Americans, the stakes are personal. Any U.S.-China cooperation on Hormuz could drop oil prices fast, potentially bringing gas below $4 a gallon. A trade truce could ease inflation on imported goods. But a failed summit that deepens tensions, economists warn, could prolong the most severe energy shock in history and cripple global trade for years. Day 74. Trump is in Beijing. The world's two superpowers are in the same room. Iran, Taiwan, AI chips, rare earths, and $4.45 gas are all on the table. Follow for live updates. This changes in real time.